You want to hear something crazy? I'm going to show you how to create your own custom software on the fly. You don't need to be an amazing programmer in order to put out amazing software. If you've known me for any length of time, you know that I do two things and I do them both exceptionally well. One is building software, the other one is building lists. Now here's an interesting fact I learned over the years about software. Nothing builds a better or more active list than software does. In fact, if you put regular opt-in pages in a head-to-head battle against software for list building, the software will outperform any opt-in page by about 80%. Now you might be thinking, oh, wait a minute, if I use software for list building, then I'll get 80% more subscribers? Well, the answer is both yes and no. Here's a little test I've run about 300 times. I create two lists, one for regular opt-ins, one for software registration. I take a regular opt-in page and offer the visitor my software for free in exchange for them to fill out their name and email in order to get it. When they fill out that form, their name and email goes into list number one that I'd mentioned a second ago. Then list number two gets opt-ins when people open the software and they're prompted to register the software from within the software itself. Okay, so in a perfect world, both lists would have the exact same people in it, right? I mean, they gave you their name and email in exchange for downloading the software. And then when they ran the software, they had to register it in order for it to run, right? But in real life, the lists are very different. About 80% of the software registration list is different from the name and email that they used in the regular opt-in form. Are you with me? Okay, so now I'll send out an email to both lists. The emails are identical, but the offer inside the email is different. What happens is with the regular opt-in list, I'm lucky if I get a fraction of the subscribers to even read my message. Why? Because they mainly used dead or unmonitored email addresses for regular opt-in pages. On the other hand, the list that was created through software registration, I not only get a massive click-through rate, I also tend to get a good grip of sales from my promotion. So what does this teach us? It teaches us that people will slap anything into a regular opt-in page to get whatever that free thing is. But when it comes to registering software in order to receive free upgrades or free updates, they'll actually use their real name and email address. Building a real email list is a lot more profitable than filling up a list with a bunch of fake email addresses, that's for sure. So here's the part where we walk through how you'll start creating your own custom software on the fly with a few clicks. And that software that you're creating will have a user registration process built in so that in order to run the program, the person you gave it to, they must first register their name and email address with you into your autoresponder. So let's just do that now. I'll show you the software. We'll do the walkthrough. So yeah, let's just walk through this amazing little setup that allows you to create your own custom software on demand, on the fly, right? First thing you would do is give your software a name. All right, at the end result is you're going to end up with a software called mysoftware.exe, if that's what you named it, right? Then you can use your Aweber or GetResponse form URL. You just put a URL in here of a simple form that's only asking for their name and email address. They're never even going to see it, so just put together whatever their default is with them hosting it on their own page, and then put that URL right here. Slap something there for now. The PLRE or the PLR file that you want to be wrapped. So I'm just going to. I bought PLR rights to an SEO plugin that rocks. So I'm wrapping that in there. Let's tell it 500 and 500 and to preview our advertisement. What? That sure is a lot more options than I thought I was going to have, right? So right there, check this before you continue. You're giving your splash screen that's going to come up, you're giving it a title. Every one of these has a little setting that tells you what it's for, right? So let's see what that's going to look like. Well, there it is. Now what I've done is I set this screen to where it can't move, you can't do anything until you click through, right? Because I can even turn that off to where the person has to click a link, for example, before they can go through. So there's just all sorts of options that you can play with here to make it do everything you want, and then you just click the preview each time. But now let's say that you're just not real great at writing HTML. That's okay. We thought this through for you. So let's go over to Tools, go to HTML Helper. Once you got that screen open, it's just a matter of using the WYSIWYG editor to create whatever you want. I mean, put links, images, anything you want. We have complete tutorials on that, so don't need to worry about it yet. Then once you have your software set up, you'll put it on a squeeze page, just like a regular lead capture page. Only on your page, you'll not be asking that person for their name and email address in order to download your software. Instead, you'll brag to them that there's no strings attached and that they can just directly download your new program, which actually causes your downloads to increase. But that's a different test altogether, and we'll talk about that another time. So why are we doing this? We're doing it this way because we already know that if you made them give you their name and email address on the web page, they're really just going to give you some unusable junk. Okay, you don't need unusable junk. You need a real list. So they have no hoops to jump through. They just download your software directly. And now when they run that software, it'll require them to register with you. And you'll be getting their real name and email address, which means, what does it mean? It means you'll actually be building a real list. So now your question should be, all right, how do I find stuff to wrap into my own custom software? That's a great question because I have a beautiful answer to it. You let other people create it, and then you just wrap it up into an exe file using PLR evolution. Just to get your mind working on this, think on this. You can wrap text files, zip files, image files, PDF files, exe files, pretty much any kind of file that you can think of, you can wrap into your own custom exe file using PLRE. What this means is that you can scoop up PLR stuff, wrap it in an exe real quick, no matter what type of PLR it is, and then get people jumping into your list left and right. Clifton Wade, he's my partner on this launch. He even provides pre-made complete kits that have the product, the squeeze page, the follow-up email series, anything else you want. He calls them PLRE packs. His setup is a true plug-and-play solution. I'll show you that as an OTO, so watch for that after you buy the main PLRE program from this page. Now think about this. Are you buying solo ads, paying for traffic? If you are, then you're guaranteed throwing away a solid 80% of your money on fake email no one's ever going to see. Or are you just now getting started into list building? If you are, then I can guarantee that using the PLRE system to create software on demand is going to give you a beyond massive leap above your nearest competitors. See, you're here. You're here right now. You just reached the pinnacle of software development and list building combined. Are you ready for it? And I'm going to say this, not that I need to top it off, but I'm going to top it off. Clifton is currently creating a step-by-step manual to show you how to make a fortune giving away your own free custom software. And you'll get that free when you purchase PLRE today. The only caveat is that if he hasn't completed it yet, we'll just connect with you and provide it to you the minute that he has it uploaded and online. So go through the rest of this page. There's a lot of important information there that you'll want to be aware of. And I'll see you in the software business.